Hi, so before we leave and conclude this video, we have just done the first harvest with the Russian black Krim. Take a look. Like I said, the bigger the blossom, the bigger the fruit. Check it out. I mean, traditionally it's been said that it does get cracks. So let me just quickly show you the cracks. They look like this. See these cracks? So if your Russian black Krim is getting a crack like this, don't worry, it's all part of this variety. So, I mean, check these out. Absolutely beautiful. Have a look at the size. I mean, I fell in love with this one because this is so much better than beefsteak any day of the week. So we're gonna go and crack on with some tomato relish, and let's get on with the rest of the video. Hi, good evening from Canterbury. My name is Shiz. Today is 1st of March. It's a Monday, and it's a quick video. A few people, they have been discussing a few things that have been happening specific to Christchurch, some of them in Auckland, that the tomatoes are not ripening. So this is a quick episode where we will try and cover 2 or 3 things. So if my cameraman can show you closely, this is the aisle of tomatoes. And as you can see, this looks like a shaved chicken right now. There are certain reasons for that. I mean, the gap that we have kept in every aisle, we have got about 4 aisles, so the gap in every aisle is about 2.5 to 3 feet, which makes the plants, the breathing and the air, it has a good circulation in it, number one. Number two, we get a lot of sun on this side, so if you don't prune your tomato plants, they grow like wildfire. So a lot of people, they posted on Facebook, my plant is getting out of control, what am I supposed to do? Well, here's the thing, the plant is not in control, you are. You can always take the scissor and prune your plant. So exhibit A, we have done the pruning. You can see nice beautiful clusters, and it's just been 3 days since this patch is getting a lot of sun, and if my cameraman can focus, there is a lot of stuff on this plant. I mean, a lot of tomatoes that are really getting nice and orange and red, and they're pretty much ready for ripening. So if I come onto this side, maybe it's difficult for the cameraman to show. This first plant is beefsteak. It has given us a few tomatoes, but the rest of the aisle is moneymaker. Lots of tomatoes in there. They're getting ripened as well because there's a lot of air circulation and it's getting the sun as well. The third aisle was dedicated to beefsteak, so not a lot of production here, but still a few tomatoes are turning into nice orangish, yellowish orangish color, and they're doing good. Now the second thing that we wanted to talk about was there have been a lot of white butterflies this year specifically. I was talking to my brother as well and a few friends online, and when we socialize, all the people in the same hobby, so lots of butterflies. That means they have laid lots of eggs. I mean, they have demolished about a dozen of the cabbages that I had in the garden, right? So once they were done with the cabbages, they were looking for the next target. So my strawberry patch, they've laid lots of eggs up there. Not worried about that. My strawberry has done fruiting, and strawberry is a plant which doesn't finish by the end of the season. They go to sleep, they wake up next year, so we can have a brand new start on that. But as far as the tomatoes are concerned, the reason of doing this massive pruning, number one, was to get good air circulation and sun that could get to the tomatoes, right? The second reason was that there were loads of eggs. I saw a lot of activity during the week. I was so busy. So yesterday in the evening, I did a massive pruning session, and these vines and plants are loaded with tomatoes. So it doesn't hurt if I've lost, 20-30 tomatoes in the process. But if you have got one dedicated plant that is giving you good production, it could be a hefty loss. That if they take 20 tomatoes from one plant, it's a big loss. So watch out for that. Look not only on the top of the laterals, look underneath that. Now this is crispy clean. This is absolutely crispy clean. You would find white dots here, and there's another gentleman on social media. He said some black flies, they lay eggs as well. So either you would see white spotting or you would see black spotting. In either case, what they do is they are so intelligent. The butterflies, they lay eggs, especially on top of the branch or underneath the leaves where it has got fruit right underneath it. So when the larva is hatched, it not only eats the leaf, it falls straight on the fruit. So loads of tomatoes, like I said, we've lost 30-40 tomatoes in the process. So they had massive holes in them. Everything has been cleared. It's all good to go. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so watch out for those white and black spotting. And if you find it, prune as much as you can. You have to save the fruit. This is like a hard work of good 3-4 months that can go down the drain like that. So watch out for those spotting. Other than that, same thing happened to the Russian black Krim as well. So if you see, they have ripened really well. I mean, their color is, look at that. Look at the size of this. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at the size of these tomatoes. I did a pruning in emergency yesterday, so this is pretty much clear. So, talking about the Russian black Krim, that part is done. So, if you plant this variety in a container, let's say 2 by 2 feet, 3 by 3 feet, or 4 by 4 feet, it would not give you the tomato of this size. I mean, if you look at the size, I mean, it's a handful. The nature works in a certain way. When they are planted in the garden, the blossom that it would get, I said it in my last video, it's like a tiny sunflower. I mean, if compared with a sunflower, it's tiny, but if compared with the natural blossom on moneymaker or beefsteak, it's three times the size. The bigger the blossom, the bigger the fruit. So it mixes it up. You can see the tomatoes, which are small size, medium size, and giant size. Because I was busy, so I had taken a couple of days off from the garden. So my brother has harvested a few Russian black Krims. The first one, we have already harvested them. Absolutely beautiful. Not only they look beautiful, they taste beautiful as well. So black Krim, they're also, I mean, we are heading into the last slug of the summer, and hopefully in the next few weeks we'll do another video where you would see nothing of this sort. All of this plantation would be done and dusted, all gone. So just wanted to let you guys know that prune your tomatoes. A lot of people are saying the tomatoes are not ripening. It's because you're not pruning. If you are pruning, the positioning of the plants, if they're in pots, make sure they get a lot of sun. There's enough room for the plant to breathe. If you see white and black spotting, get rid of the laterals and all the leaves straight away. You don't want that to convert into a larva that will fall straight on the fruit and devour the fruit as well. So that's pretty much about it from this episode of Project Food Garden, and we'll come back to you hopefully soon with another episode. Thank you very much and have a lovely day to you all. Goodbye.